How's it going, everybody? And welcome back to the Shameless Watch Collector. Well, I've wrote my list and I've checked it twice, or whatever that saying is. All I know is that I want more watches. I've created a list of my favorite watches right now on AliExpress that I hope to find underneath my tree on Christmas morning. I have a good mix of watches here. We've got tons of different styles, insane dials, and some amazing movements that I'm excited to show you guys. And every watch will be affiliate linked in the description below. Without further ado, grab your hot chocolate and let's get into it. First up, we have the Martin SN0150. I cannot stop thinking about this watch ever since I laid eyes on it. Specifically, the black dial. This thing is ridiculous. I generally think it's one of the most beautiful watches I've ever seen, on or off AliExpress. So what exactly is going on with this dial? Martin calls it a unique guilloche, mother of pearl dial. Guilloche is basically an old school engraving technique where they cut repeated patterns into the surface in very fine lines. When you put that texture underneath a mother of pearl, you get this crazy depth and shimmer that changes under every bit of light. It's one of those dials that you're going to stare at all day instead of doing anything productive, which I'm totally fine with. Under the hood, this watch is running the Japanese Miyota 9015. That's Miyota's thin premium automatic with 28,800 vibrations per hour, hacking seconds, 24 joules, and around a 42-hour power reserve. So you're getting legit high beat movement here, not your standard NH. On the wrist, this is the perfect modern dress sport sizing. 39mm case, about 46.5 lug to lug, and only 10.2 millimeters thick. The case is 316L stainless steel, paired with an H-link bracelet that tapers from 20 down to 16 millimeters. Everything's brushed with polished and chamfered edges on the sides, so you get that nice sparkle without being over the top. The crystal is sapphire with AR coating. You get a brushed stainless steel bezel, and the hands are Martin's new multi-cut GS Craft handset with BGW X1 loom. The crown is screw down with the 3D hexagon logo, and on the back you get a 3D oil press screw down case back. It's inspired by the stamps on the bottom of Chinese porcelain, so in the middle you've got this custom Chinese seal that basically says made in San Martin. Super cool little detail that fits the whole art piece aesthetic that this watch has going. Water resistance is 100 meters, and the bracelet is solid 316L with the new and brilliant on-the-fly micro adjustment clasp. The whole thing comes in at around 144 grams. This watch is $330, so not cheap by any means, but for what you're getting, I think it makes sense. And after all, this is my Christmas list, so I'm hoping I was good enough for Santa to get this one for me. Santa might also be just me on AliExpress at 2 a.m. after a few glasses of wine, but that's not important. On to watch 2. Next is the Cronos L6038M. Honestly, this might be my second favorite dial out there right now, a close second behind that San Martin. The perlage, sometimes called a scale pattern on the listing, is just insane. It's this deep, textured surface where little overlapping circles catch the light like fish scales. In purple, it's just stupid beautiful. I recently got my first Cronos, and I literally bought an entire watch lot just to get that one Cronos from it, and it absolutely lived up to the hype. So I'm really not thinking twice about purchasing Cronos anymore when I see one that I love this much. Specs-wise, the case is 316L stainless steel and comes in at 39mm across, about 45mm lug to lug, and only 10mm thick, including the crystal. Inside is the Shancheng PT5000 movement. High beat, hacking, and really solid accuracy for this price bracket. Up top, you have sapphire glass with AR coating, and the case back is sapphire as well. So you get to stare at that beautiful movement. Water resistance is at 100 meters, and weight comes in around 80 grams. This is just a clean, modern, nicely sized watch with a dial that looks like it should cost way more than it does. I've truly been obsessed with this watch for a long time, and I don't think it'll be much longer before I have to own it. This one currently sits around $200. I'd love to be able to get my hands on it for anything around $160 to $175 if I can find the right combination of a coin discount and sales. Next, we have the Seestern S456. I've been on a bit of a mother of pearl kick lately. I honestly blame it all on the Casio MTPs I had to stare at for hours when I was making the Amazon Black Friday video. So now I really want a mother of pearl dial, and for a diver specifically, this Seestern S456 is the one. The blue MOP is just gorgeous. Gives you that ocean vibe, but on a chunky, capable diver instead of just a dress watch. And the Seestern quality is almost always very solid, especially considering they're under that Sugess umbrella, so you know the basics are handled. Specs on this watch are a 41mm diameter, 13mm thick, and about 48.8 lug to lug, so it has some presence, but it's not ridiculous. Inside, you get the Japanese NH34, or 35, depending on the listing it seems, so this is a proper automatic GMT. Functions-wise, you have the GMT, date, paired with a sapphire bezel insert. The crystal is sapphire as well, and water resistance is 200 meters. And if the mother of pearl isn't your thing, they have a ton of beautiful classic colors to choose from. I also think this watch is priced very well for what you're getting, at only $183 currently. This one is hard to pass up. Let's take a look at the Sugess S451. Staying in the Sugess universe, let's talk about one of the coolest ways to tell time you'll ever see. On paper, this looks like just a simple dress watch, but in reality, it's a jumping hour, single-hand weirdo, in the best way. So here's how you read it, because it looks confusing for like 10 seconds, and then it clicks. Instead of a normal hand, you've got a little hour display that jumps each time the hour changes. That's your hour. Around the main dial, you've got a single pointer hand that tracks minutes, and then you've got an independent small seconds display that just spins away on its own. So window or hidden indicator for the hour, one big pointer for minutes, and little sub-dial for seconds. Once your brain locks it in, it's actually really easy to read and super fun to glance at. The dial options are really where this watch gets spicy. The aventurine version is beautiful, like a starry night sky as always with Sugess. But for once, I think I actually prefer the classic white or light blue versions with those swirling textured patterns. Specs-wise, you're looking at a 38mm case, 10mm thick, and about 45.8mm lug to lug. The case is 316L stainless steel, weight is only 60 grams, and it comes on a cow leather strap with a pin buckle. The crystal is mineral, water resistance is 50 meters, and inside is Seagul's ST1721 automatic with that special 12-hour display and independent seconds. It beats at 21,600 VPH and has a power reserve north of 35 hours. I think the most wild part of everything though is that in AliExpress, when this thing is on discount like it is right now for Cyber Monday, it is only around $115. For a jumping hour, single pointer complication with this level of dial work, that's kind of insane. I actually think I might just get 2 of these. Maybe I will get the aventurine plus one of the classic ones. Next, we have the Heimdallr H27. I genuinely cannot believe this is the first time that we're really talking about Heimdallr on this channel, so let's fix that with 2 of their watches back to back. First up, we got this H27 World Time GMT. This one is just so cool. You get the World Time bezel, a GMT layout, and 2 different color styles that I think both look great. The bracelet design is really sharp too, and I've heard almost nothing but positive about Heimdallr's build quality. Movement-wise, this is built around the Seiko NH34 or 35, so you're getting that reliable Japanese automatic platform with a GMT functionality paired to a World Time ceramic bezel, so you can track multiple time zones at once. The case is 316L stainless steel with sapphire crystal up top, a ceramic bezel insert, and BGW9 lume, so the markers and hands glow blue in the dark. Water resistance is 100 meters, so you're covered for daily life. The dimensions are 39mm in diameter, 13.5 thick, and around 46.5 lug to lug. Regarding price, this usually sits around $170, which I think is a good price for the combination of materials and build quality you're getting on this watch. Now, let's take some of that dial magic we just talked about with the Cronos and stick it on a monster-sized diver case, and you get the Heimdallr Monster GS Diver, the HMG S01. There's a reason this thing looks a bit familiar. Heimdallr, Cronos, Proxima, San Martin, all those brands come out of the same Lug-U factory ecosystem, so sometimes you'll see the same design language and dial finishing that feels like cousins amongst the same brands. Here, you basically get that rich GS-style dial treatment on a massive, character-heavy diver. This watch is big. Case diameter is 43mm, excluding the crown. Thickness is actually only around 13.5. But with that dial, I'm not complaining about how big this watch is. The colors and the way the light plays on the surface really justifies the wrist presence. Inside is the Japanese NH35A automatic movement. Water resistance is 200 meters thanks to the 316L case, screw-down crown, and a screw-down case back. You get a ceramic unidirectional bezel, sapphire glass with AR coating, C3 Super Luminova, and a 316L stainless steel bracelet. It's just a big, unapologetic diver with a ton of personality. But honestly, the best part about all this is the price. This watch usually goes for under $150, especially if you catch it during a good sale. For what you're getting here, that's kind of ridiculous. Time to check out the Addiesdive AD2529. A brand new model from a brand that you guys know I love. This is their brand new racing chronograph. And it's in a color combo that I have been eyeing for a long time. That teal and white I am a sucker for. And you also get that classic Addiesdive design twist with the bubble crystal. This one's running the Seiko VK64 Mecha Quartz movement, which gives you that quartz accuracy with a mechanical feeling chronograph sweep and reset. Size-wise, it's very wearable at 38mm across and only 46mm lug to lug. This watch is also very thin at only 12.8mm. The case is 316L stainless steel with a mix of brushed and polished surfaces. It comes on a fluorine rubber strap, which I'm really excited to try because I've never really tried anything besides metal straps when it comes to Addiesdive. Up top, you get a K1 mineral bubble crystal with AR blue coating, which really suits that retro racing look. The dial uses BGW9 hour markers and BGW9 filled hands, so it glows blue in the dark. Water resistance is 100 meters, and you get a screw-in solid case back and push-pull crown. Price-wise, this watch is only sitting around $70, and that's before you start stacking coins and coupons, which are usually plentiful when it comes to Addiesdive. It's not going to be long until I own this playful and colorful Mecha Quartz, not only because it's Addiesdive, but because I've wanted this style and this colorway for so long. I am so stoked this watch exists. Let's take a look at the Proxima PX1721. This watch feels like the spiritual successor to the PX1720, which my idiot self took way too long to buy and let it sell out. But honestly, it could have been a blessing in disguise because this seems to be the better watch. You still get that gorgeous aventurine dial, but the overall design here is a little bit more toned down and tasteful in my opinion. You get cleaner case lines, more restrained markers, and way nicer dimensions. The case is 316L stainless steel, it's 39mm in diameter, and only about 45mm lug to lug, and 11.5 thick. With a 20mm lug width and a tapered bracelet, this should wear really nicely on most wrists. Inside, you now get the PT5000 or Swiss SW200 movement. Both are solid high-beat automatic movements with hacking and hand winding, and a lot more exciting than the NH on the previous model in my opinion. The bracelet is a solid 316L stainless steel design and a quick release structure. And you also get a screw-down case back that features a Man Ray logo. I mean, we all know Proxima watches are never short on personality. Up top, you get sapphire crystal with AR coating and a fully loomed sapphire insert bezel with BGW9 loom. BGW9 loom is also in the hands and the markers, so nighttime visibility is no problem. Water resistance is 200 meters, and the bracelet version weighs around 135 grams. So yeah, I did miss the PX1720, and I do feel pretty dumb about that, but I'm really excited about this watch. I love the movement options, I love how they dialed back the dimensions, and as always, Proxima just delivering all the personality in the world with these watches. This one is priced very similar to how the PX1720 was, around that $250 to $275 mark, but that usually does go down to the low 200s during sales. Now, let's hop to the Tactical Frog VS75 Solar Chronograph. I apologize for that pun, I'm not proud of myself. But this is another brand that should have really already been on this channel, Tactical Frog. And this VS75 Solar Chronograph is just such a fun way to finally get them on here. The first thing that hops out, okay, I'll stop. The first thing that jumps out is the dial. It uses what they call a double layer hydraulic process with real nail 3D markers. Basically what that means is that the dial is not just flat print. The base surface has this sculpted pressed texture, then you've got thick applied indices that stand proud off the dial and catch the light. The result is a super three-dimensional look, especially in that maroon colorway, which I think is the best of the bunch. This one is powered by the Seiko VS75B Solar Quartz movement. So instead of a traditional silver oxide battery, the watch charges via light, like the sun. So you just wear it. No battery charges, less hassle, and you still get all the advantages of quartz accuracy. The case is 316L stainless steel. It's 41mm wide, 49mm lug to lug, and 13.9 thick. Water resistance is 200 meters, and the watch uses a solid steel bracelet to match everything. Up top, you get a Japanese Fuji sapphire crystal with 4-layer AR coating. That is ridiculous. But you know this watch is going to stay clear and scratch free. The bezel is ceramic with chronograph markings, The lume is Japanese C3, so the hands and markers glow bright green. But I think the big story here is the solar-powered Seiko movement. You really don't see solar-powered watches enough on AliExpress, which just gives this watch so much character and really makes it an attractive buy. What makes it even more attractive is that price, this watch currently coming in at under $200. For all those features, this is a really tempting piece. For our penultimate watch, we have the Boderry Voyager 38. Okay, now it's time for something lighter, quite literally. The Boderry Voyager 38 is a titanium field watch with a ton of personality, amazing color choices, and Swiss parts from a brand that's pretty much universally liked on AliExpress. The one I'm obsessed with is the sky blue variant on the two-tone nylon strap. The color combo really reminds me of the Ford Golf GT40. With the light blue and those accent stripes, and once I made that connection, it was over for me. I needed this watch. This one is 38mm in diameter, 10mm thick, and about 48mm lug to lug. The case is grade 2 sandblasted titanium, so it's strong, corrosion resistant, hypoallergenic, and extremely light. The whole watch is only 56 grams, which is wild if you're used to heavy steel pieces, and I'm talking about with the titanium band. Inside is a Swiss Ronda 640 quartz movement with 2 hands plus a small seconds hand and a date. Ronda stuff is known for being stable and having great battery life. You get sapphire crystal up top, 100 meters of water resistance, Swiss Superluminova C1 on the hands and markers, and your choice between a high-grade nylon strap or the titanium strap. There's even a transparent case back so you can see the gold tone movement, which is a fun and very unique touch on a quartz movement watch. You do not see that every day. The craziest part of all this though is the price. Right now, this watch is only $80 on AliExpress. That is absolutely ridiculous for a titanium sapphire Swiss movement watch from a company like Boderry. And last on my list, we have the Boderry 2953M. First of all, this is one of those watches that makes me roll my eyes at how it gets labeled online. You'll see it listed as a woman's watch in some places and then a men's watch in others. It's the same watch. It's 39mm, it looks great, anyone can wear it. Honestly, I think it's silly to gender a watch at all. If you like it and it fits your wrist, it's your watch. End of story. Okay, that little rant aside, this thing has a really nice style design and ridiculous value for what you're getting. Inside is the Japanese Miyota 2036 quartz movement, so you're getting accurate, low maintenance timekeeping. The case diameter is 39mm, lug to lug is 46, and thickness is only 11.3mm. The case and bracelet are 316L stainless steel, and the total weight is only about 135 grams. Up top, you've got sapphire glass with AR coating. Water resistance is 100 meters, so you're getting more than you expect for something that's marked as a ladies piece. And you guys know I love to end these lists with the cheapest option, and I think I'm delivering here, as this watch sits around $50 currently, and it's always on sale with coins and discount codes. You can easily get this watch down to the $30 range if you have the coins for it. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for my AliExpress Christmas list for this year. I hope you guys found something that you liked, and let me know in the comments what watches are on your Christmas list. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, as we have a ton of more videos coming out in the near future. Thank you all so much for watching. I appreciate your support so much. But for now, Shameless Watch Collector signing off. And always remember, it's not that serious.